Hey guys, good morning. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to loop again. I was too slow. Hope you're doing well. I've been fighting a cold for 3 days, so do I sound congested? I'm actually not too bad at the moment. So hopefully today is the day that things will be a little bit better. But fortunately, I don't have COVID. I took the test and it was a clear negative, so that was definitely nice. But still feeling a little under the weather. So if you're here, let me know in the comments, and be great to know who's watching. And we're going to get started with Spurgeon's November 16th morning devotions. Another good one. I can promise you that. So let's just get right to it. Okay. Here we go. November 16th. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Lamentations 3:24. It is not the Lord is partly my portion, nor the Lord is in my portion, but he himself makes up the sum total of my soul's inheritance. Within the circumference of that circle lies all that we possess or desire. The Lord is my portion, not his grace merely, nor his love, nor his covenant, but Jehovah himself. He has chosen us for his portion, and we have chosen him for ours. I'm not sure about that. I won't question Spurgeon's theology, but we'll get back to that. It's true that the Lord must first choose our inheritance for us, or else we shall never choose it for ourselves. But if we are really called according to the purpose of electing love, we can sing, loved of my God for him again, with love intense I burn. Chosen of him before time began, I choose him in return. I'm not sure if that's like an old hymn or what. I'm not familiar with those. It looks like it's a poem or hymn. Anyway, the Lord is our all-sufficient portion. God fills himself, and if God is all-sufficient in himself, he must be all-sufficient for us. It's not easy to satisfy man's desires when he dreams that he is satisfied. Later, he wakes to the perception that there is somewhat yet beyond, and straightway the horse leech in his heart cries, give, give. I think a horse leech is literally just a big old leech. But all that we can wish for is to be found in our divine portion, so that we ask, whom have I in heaven but you? And there is none upon the earth that I desire besides you. Well, may we delight ourselves in the Lord, who makes us to drink of the river of his pleasures. Our faith stretches her wings and mounts like an eagle into the heaven of divine love, as to her proper dwelling place. The lines have fallen to us in pleasant places. We have a goodly heritage. Let us rejoice in the Lord always. Let us show to the world that we are a happy and a blessed people, and thus induce them to exclaim, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. So good. I'm not sure. So I don't really mean to question Spurgeon's theology here. I have to probably think about that a little bit more, but I did highlight this one line. It is true that the Lord must first choose our inheritance for us, or else we shall never choose it for ourselves. So in other words, so God elects us, and so therefore we choose him. I guess, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out in heaven someday, I guess. So here's the thing. So I'm currently reading a book called Think and Grow Rich. It's an old book by a guy named Napoleon Hill, written back in 1937. And it's a book that I think the name is cringeworthy especially for Christians, maybe not for all. But you can imagine that it's kind of focused on wealth, not necessarily monetary, but money as well. And for me, I was reading this last night, just kind of getting ready for this morning. And so for me, this devotional, the word from Spurgeon really was so perfect. And I think a timely reminder, not just for me, but likely for many of us. Many of us are struggling financially, right? We got this pretty bad economy where everything is out of control, expensive. Obviously you got people with depression and anxiety, people that are struggling spiritually, so all sorts of things. But Spurgeon reminds us that the Lord is our full portion, and he's wise to put full emphasis on that full part, that he's not like 90% of our portion or half of it. He is our full portion, the sum. This is the way he puts it, the sum total of our inheritance. There's nothing more. Nothing more is needed. And so as I'm reading through this book, I'm trying to be, again, the book is called Think and Grow Rich. I'm trying to be very mindful of, that danger of wealth. And so for me, I won't go into great detail, but I have to think about, like, okay, I got two out of my three kids are in college, and they've chosen to have student loans. That's kind of part of what they needed for their education. But I want to be able to help out. Two of my three kids are girls. They're going to have weddings. So, got to kind of think about that. So my goal in reading this book isn't like to be a millionaire. I would take it if God gave it. But to just make sure I'm being responsible on my part financially. Should have started this a long time ago. But so anyway, why did I say that? Because I think it's important for us to be mindful of what it is that we want and making sure that it's not in any way taking away from the portion that God has given us. And so for me, this is a great reminder of that as I'm reading this book. But I hope you're encouraged by this. There's a line here at the end that I really liked as well, which we don't really think about. This reminded me of, if you remember Keith Green from the 70s. If my parents are watching here, they probably introduced me to Keith Green. If you are probably 40 or younger, you'll probably have to look him up. But this last line says, "Let us show to the world that we are a happy and a blessed people, for the reason, and thus induce them to exclaim, 'We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.'" So that is not just knowing and having this inheritance, but also the outward living it out. So that is obvious to people that we are a happy and a blessed people. And that makes me think about political polarization and just in the many ways we're polarized. And there may not be a whole lot we can do about that, but we can let the world know by the way we live our lives, by the joy that we have, that we are God's own sons and daughters. So yeah, I hope that's encouraging to you. Now, of course, there's nothing more that I need. Nevertheless, I do have this incredibly awesome Etsy shop, which I changed the name. If you saw it last week or the week before, it was the Jeff Bruce shop. Terrible name. It works for a YouTube channel, but not necessarily for an Etsy shop. If you go there, I'm going to pull up some of the designs right now. If you go there and use the code, @thejeffbruce, all one word, it's been going on all week, but through November 18th, you'll get free shipping. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Is there a way to make it bigger? There we go. You'll get free shipping. So again, I believe that is through November 18th. So get over there ASAP. This is, I'm not sure, can you see that well? That says creation waits. I'm sure you can't see the bottom here, in eager expectation. So that is a new design. And I do these myself. They're not hand drawn, but I'm looking to that because my son is really good at drawing on an iPad. So he's going to teach me how to do that. And we're going to come up with some very, very original designs. No greater joy. A couple long sleeve shirts that are available. It's freezing out now here, at least. So I'm not sure if it is by you. Death, where's your sting? I really like this shirt. I haven't gotten it for myself yet, but I will. Hold fast. And then, of course, you have to have Spurgeon in the morning, Spurgeon in the evening, with Spurgeon's bust on it. So make sure you pick up a t-shirt and head over there to, I think I have, I got it scrolling at the bottom there, Life to the Full Designs. So that's my little plug and ad for the day. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't get a cold just before Thanksgiving. Actually, maybe get it before Thanksgiving so you're fine before that. But I'm so worried I'm going to get my family sick. So I'm trying to keep my distance. But have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Next week is going to be, I'm still going to do this on Wednesday, but it is going to be pre-recorded. So it will premiere at 8:30 a.m. But I'm going to record it in advance because I'm pretty sure we're going to be on the road. And then this coming Friday, if you didn't know this, every Friday around 4:35 p.m., a video comes out on the channel. And this week is probably going to be an intro to this book, Think and Grow Rich, that I'd like to do a series on as I'm going through it. So check that out as well. If you haven't subscribed, that would be great. It's really beneficial to the channel, and I would appreciate that. You guys showing some love. Grace and peace. Have a great day. See you next time.